It's July 2007, and after a summer break, Michael gets back down to training at home, ready to tackle the new football season.
I spoke to a couple of the physios at Newcastle and the doctor and tried to get a feel for what I should be doing over the summer. Obviously I went away with England, so I didn't have a full summer like a lot of the lads. And it was important, obviously, with the work I've done, that I didn't let everything go to waste. Not as if it would, but, you know, I wanted to keep myself in good shape. I mean, a bit of the advice was, you've done so much work this year. Obviously, not many people have seen it because you only get to see the bits that you're in a stadium full of people, but I've been working hard, so they thought a bit of a break would be good. And I think it's worked out ideal that I played, you know, I stayed on. The season went for another few weeks with England. Then I had sort of 2 weeks off, went on holiday for a week and then got back and just basically ticked over, nothing too much, because we're going to have a hard old pre-season. I don't think any footballer actually says they look forward to the pre-season. It's not a nice part of it. You know, there's a lot of tiredness, a lot of people being sick when they're running, and you know, basically it's a tough old grind for 6 weeks, and you just can't wait to get the season started, really.
With Sam Allardyce's appointment as his new manager, it will mean a change of regime as Michael gets back to training. But what does John Green think of Michael's fitness going into the new season?
He's put a stone on in weight from what he was prior to the injury. His body fat percentage is down, so that means that the increase in weight is lean muscle mass, which obviously means that's stuff that he can actually use and is a favourable increase in weight rather than an unfavourable heaviness of having put fat on. So he should be in a much greater and better physical state to play football now. And the fact that he's a small player with a low centre of gravity will mean that he's much more difficult to move off the ball, because his balance was always brilliant anyway, but now he's got a greater physical presence about him. He should be a lot more difficult for defenders to deal with, and he'll be able to set himself up to receive the ball and move people with a lot more vigour than he was before.
So at a packed St James's Park on the 1st of September, Michael was finally ready to make his first Premier League start of the season.
My first game back against Wigan in the Premiership, first full game was exciting, but nothing that, you know, I wasn't prepared for. Nothing, you know, I was always expecting to come back and to be as good, if not better, than ever.
It's an inviting ball. It's been put in, and inevitably, it's Michael Owen.
Michael scored the winner in the 87th minute, and was then called up by England to face Israel in a crucial 2008 European Championship qualifier at Wembley.
We played well as a team. We really got at them in the first half and had a couple of half chances. But then to come out from half-time and get one straight away to calm everyone's nerves, and it was a nice goal as well. I don't often score many from outside the box, but that was a nice one. I struck it perfectly, and it was one of them where as soon as you leave your foot, you just know it's going in. And to do it on a world stage, which England is, really made me, you know, feel good about myself.
Next up at Wembley was Gus Hiddink and his Russian team, previously unbeaten in the championships. This would be a tough test, but England started well, with Michael scoring the opening goal in just the 7th minute.
Any goal for England is very sweet, but the first goal is important in any match. And I could see the ball was just going to come over John Terry's head. It was just a matter of controlling it and getting it into a position where I could obviously strike it. So I thought, I've only got one place to hit it here, and that's just inside the post, and thankfully it hit the post and went in, and great feeling, great start, and set me up for the game. For the second goal, Emil did great. He won virtually every challenge all day, but the most important challenge was on the edge of their box when he nodded it just into my path, and I hit it well. It flew into the net, and that was a great feeling, you know, to score the second, to almost put the game to bed. It's not often that Wembley is rocking like that, and you know, we were 2-0 up and playing well, and it was a great feeling to be in that England shirt.
With 3 superb goals in just 4 days, Michael has shown to the world that he's back, and back doing what he does best.
As I've said all along, I knew I'd come back as strong as ever. I told people I would. I worked as hard as anyone could. I had the best surgeon in the world, the best rehab in the world, and I've got what I think is the strongest mind in the world as well to go along with that. and I knew I'd come back as strong as ever. I'd dreamed to win something at Newcastle. You know, a trophy here would be fabulous. You'd really go down in history, and you know, that'd be a big ambition of mine. And if you want something that I go to bed dreaming of, then what more, what bigger than winning the World Cup for England? I mean, that's when I used to play in the park when I was a kid. It was Michael Owen going through in the last minute for England in the World Cup final, and I'd smack it. And
It's a wonderful goal!
obviously, you celebrate with all your mates and whatever, and you know, surely that's every, you know, Englishman's dream is to win the World Cup. It's the biggest tournament in the world, playing for your country. That would be the that's the thing that I go to bed dreaming of, put it that way.